All right, let's be honest. Have you ever said something like, I love coffee, but I don't actually know anything about it? If that sounds like you are in exactly the right place. It's a world that can feel, super complex, but we're going to change all that today.
And you know what? That feeling of just loving a great cup of coffee, even if you can't say exactly why, that is the perfect, and I mean perfect, place to start. It means you already get it. You don't need to be some kind of expert to figure out your own taste. You just need a bit of a roadmap.
So, here's our plan. We're going to talk about the coffee lover's dilemma, then lay out a super simple 10-step journey. We'll get a quick map of the coffee world, detail the actual journey, and by the end of this, you'll be more than ready to start exploring. Okay, first up, the coffee lover's dilemma. You know this feeling, right? It's when you have a cup of coffee that's just amazing, but describing it or even finding another one like it feels like a total shot in the dark. I love this analogy. It's like loving incredible barbecue but having no idea how to work the grill. You absolutely appreciate the delicious result, but the whole process, all the talk about origins, processing, flavor notes, it just feels a little intimidating. But what if there was a simple step-by-step way to cut through all that noise? Well, that's exactly where this 10-step flavor journey comes in. It's a plan designed to help you figure out what you genuinely love in a coffee, cup by cup.
And the core of this whole plan is just this: 10 coffee orders. That is it. Seriously, we're talking about one bag a month for about 10 months. It's a way to build up your own personal flavor library without it ever feeling like homework.
And we're going to break this journey into 3 really simple stages. First, we start with those familiar, comfortable chocolatey flavors. Then, we'll branch out into more earthy and spicy coffees. And finally, we get to explore all those bright, fruity, and floral notes that make coffee so incredibly interesting. Now, before any great journey, you need a map. So let's take a quick look at the world of coffee, so we have a basic idea of the flavors we're going to be exploring. Think of this as our guide for the whole tour. And this map makes it so easy. Generally speaking, if you get a coffee from Latin America, you're going to get those chocolatey, nutty flavors. Coffees from the Asia-Pacific region, they tend to be more earthy and spicy. In Africa, that's where you find those really vibrant, fruity and floral notes. This is our foundation. Okay, but let's get real. The bag says fruity or chocolatey, but how do you actually find that flavor in your cup? It's a fantastic question, and trust me, it's not magic. It's just a little bit of technique. And this is absolutely crucial. We're talking about tasting notes, not added flavors. This is not like someone squirted hazelnut syrup in your coffee. These are natural, subtle hints that come from the bean itself, the soil, the climate, everything. Think of it like a hint of thyme in a recipe. It's just part of the ingredient, not something poured on top. So here's how you can start to pick them out. First, let your coffee cool down a bit, because heat actually hides a lot of flavor. Then, take a little sip and swirl it around. And here's the secret weapon, the slurp. You draw in just a little bit of air. I know it feels a little weird, but it sprays the coffee across your palate and really opens up the aromas. Then, just compare it to what the bag says. Are you getting anything close? All right, you've got your map, you've got your tasting technique. Now it's time for the main event, your 10-order tasting tour around the world. So here's how the tour unfolds. We start with our first 4 orders in Latin America, building a nice, solid foundation with those chocolatey coffees from places like Guatemala. Then, for orders 5 and 6, we head to the Asia-Pacific to explore those earthy and spicy flavors. After that, we build a bridge to Africa with coffees from places like Burundi or Rwanda. They start to mix in some fruitiness with that chocolate base. And for the grand finale, we dive headfirst into the amazing, vibrant flavors of Ethiopia and Kenya. See, the key here is that it's all a gradual progression. If we just threw you into the deep end with a really bright, acidic African coffee right away, it might be a little jarring. This way, we're gently introducing new flavors, training your palate step by step so you can really appreciate the whole amazing spectrum. And after those 10 orders, something really incredible will have happened. You're not just a coffee lover anymore. Nope. You are now a coffee explorer. You'll have a map, a method, and the confidence to navigate the world of coffee all on your own. And get this, when you add it all up, those 10 bags come out to about 5 kilograms of coffee. That is all it takes. Just 5 kilos of coffee beans to take your palate on a fully guided tour of the entire globe. How cool is that?
So the journey from saying, I don't know anything about coffee, to confidently picking out your next amazing bag, well, it starts right now. The only question is, what's your first order going to be?